was just a matter of time. Within the next 2 years, virtually every major auction house in the country was using my service. That caught the eye of Collectors Universe PS Authentication Service. But, you know, at the age of 45, I guess at the time, I still had fire in the belly, and I decided that I wanted to go back into my own business. And that's how I created JSA 19 years later. Sold the business, and here I am talking to you.
Here we are.
They purposely put me on third here so I wouldn't talk too long. They were more concerned about the bar bill.
So Jimmy, back when you were early authenticating, it was probably mostly the Mickey Mantle types, the vintage baseball players that were doing the shows in the 90s. Now let's fast forward all the way to 2024. What is most of the business in authenticating? Is it still the old vintage players? Because I know you guys have expanded to all this modern stuff, all different types of autographs. Kind of give us a taste of what's in the office day to day.
Maybe 35% of what we authenticate is baseball. Sports, I would say, you know, maybe about, we do everything else, political. We do entertainment, music. We do clergy. We do, you know, Mother Teresa, and we do Saddam Hussein. I mean, we're all over the board. Listen, we do this very objectively. I'm not going to determine who's a bad guy, because, you know, where do you put the bar? You know, we'll authenticate, you know, people that aren't so popular in our society, but believe it or not, people collect that stuff. I mean, there's people that collect Nazi autographs. I'm not one of them. You know, serial killers I mentioned. I mean, you know, I wouldn't say that's the preponderance of what we authenticate, but it does come in, and it's an autograph to us.
And I know you guys do so much modern stuff now as well. Mm-hmm. And I remember you telling me a story one time where you said baseballs, literally single-sign baseballs, used to be like the bulk of your business, but now it's...
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, baseballs, I probably... tens of thousands of baseballs authenticated over the years. We authenticate more signatures on Funko Pops than we do baseballs.
What is a Funko Pop?
That's what I said 7 years ago.
Room.
Yeah, I had no idea what a Funko Pop was. Okay, and I probably have about 10 of these in my office. I didn't buy one of them, but they just keep filtering their way in. A Funko Pop is basically a little plastic doll in a case, and it's very popular to have these signed. And you could be mildly famous and have a Funko Pop made of you. I mean, there's probably 20 different versions of Al Pacino or whatever. Anyway, they sign the cellophane, usually in a paint pen. JSA now has a QR code on the side over there, so you can just use your phone and find out what it is, when it was done. But these are really popular, so popular that when we go overseas, this is like the #1 thing that we authenticate over in Kuwait, Bahrain, Hong Kong, you know, all these different places that you wouldn't think collected autographs. But to my surprise, JSA is popular over there. I guess that's what the internet does. I've never been to these countries. My son goes. It's like, it's amazing how they, and my son Jimmy has the same name as I, so he takes the lead in the credit.
You're going global.
Who is it? I didn't even know who this is. I don't know. Ryan, maybe you can help me out?
It's Stephen John Ward.
Oh, okay.
He's the live
okay.
action actor.
Well,
so Jimmy, do you have it, not exact, but is there a rough number on how many Funko Pops?
Autographs a year. Is that wacky? I mean, do I see all of those? No. But between my son and I, virtually everything that's valued over about $200, yes, we see, because we sign letters of authenticity. I had to sign about 400 letters just today alone. I mean, I hand sign these damn things. I'm still to this day. I don't know. It's something I'm able to look at that picture one last time before I put my name to it. After it's been fully authenticated, you know, I'm able to put my name on it and feel good about it, and then it goes out into the marketplace.
Well, maybe now with the merger or the acquisition by CGC, now that they're encapsulating a lot of the autographs, maybe that will cut down on your signing of letters of authenticity going forward.
No, they haven't given me the word yet.
So we're going to go to your show and tell in a moment, but we had a fun idea before we get to the items you brought in. We're going to do a live authentication. So Jimmy's going to get an item right now. We're going to, he's going to inspect it. He's going to give you his thoughts, his details on it. It's right over here around the corner.
Here, let me take that.
And he's going to do a live authentication, and we are going to try to stump the Schwab. All right, so what's the first item here?
Yeah, I saw this earlier today, and this is amateur hour, okay?
This is
year-
a
okay,
Cy Young signed baseball
I
for
know you
everybody in
can't
the
see it
back.
from here, but you'll be able to take a